Hello, everyone. Once again, another day. And yes, yesterday's topic was really good about hobbies. And today it's about friendship. So I hope that today also we'll have a good interaction. Though, of course, for people in this part of the world, they are working. So let's see how things go. So So I will begin by mentioning about some of my thoughts about it. And one of the main things is that friendship is something that we get or we search for on our own, right? Family is something that is just given to us by God, right? Family. But friends is somebody we seek, somebody we find, somebody we share. And there are many times when we can tell a friend something that we cannot share with a family member, no matter how close a family member might be. But there are times when, at least for me, when you can share something with a friend, but you cannot share it with a family member, right? So, uh, so that friendship is really a God's given gift, like to us. Like, and I know also many times we have friends, and then friends fall out, and you know, we make new friends. But that is kind of a different story. And we will look into a little bit of that also later on. Your views and all can come up about that. And we can discuss then, like, what are the reasons? What do you think are the reasons why, we start out with friendship and then friendship, breaks and things like that. So, so let us examine some of the things, right? So, like I said, friendship comes to us from God, but family comes to us from God in a way, like, because they are just, we are born into a family, right? So they are like our first friends, like mom, dad, brothers, sisters, siblings. Okay, they are our first friends, but then we move out to acquire other friends who are not related to blood. So, uh, what is the reason? What is the reason why we have those kind of friends in our life? Okay, what is the reason why some of the friendship? Why is it that many friendships, I would say, not some, many friendships, they do not last. Right? They get over very fast. Some of them very fast. Some of them after some time. Uh, Sometimes friendship finally leads into a more of a relationship, right? Um, and it can move much more, right? Like become family again, right? Become family again. So yes, there are many things. So let's see as soon as people come what they would like to share on. And I have a few examples. I have many, but I'll share a few examples of things that have happened in my life. So yeah, let's wait and see if anyone else comes on. Precious moment. When will I see you again? When will we share precious moments? Are we in love? Oh, tell me, is this the beginning or is it the end? Hello, Magenta. I go with quality than quantity. Saliram, nice to see you, Saliram. Thank you for coming. Uh, so, Saliram, do you want to tell us where you are from at least? So, I agree with you also, Magenta, right? We go with quality rather than quantity. So, having 100 friends is is not really ideal. But if you even have one or two good friends in your life, they are more than 100 just normal friends. Uh, Friends who we just call like nodding acquaintance. We use the term nodding acquaintance. Means, okay, they are friends, but like not close, like, you know. So, like that, we may have, many, many friends. Now, look at us as YouTubers, right? So we develop a lot of friends on our channels, right? So many people subscribe. Many people interact with us a little more often than others, and then like some of them, we get a little friendly with them. We get a little more familiar with them. Then we move on to some app, and then we continue our chat with them, periodically on an app, right? So they become even closer friends for us, right? So, uh, like I have many friends like that, many friends like that. Um, the recent most friends that happened was with Dell and Stephen Bennett, you know. So yeah, uh, because sometimes you want to share something, you want to talk with them about something, and it's not ideal to do that, on a public forum because it's not meant for others, right? It's only meant to be the two people who want to discuss something. So it's not like anything a secret, but like the thing is like it's not related to the post. So I feel it's very awkward. But that is one person I have asked so many times, communicate with that email. My email is there, but that person never does it. And I feel so bad when I'm writing things, on public posts because for me it's a no-no. For me, it's a no-no. But that is what we just have to accept certain things, and some people just accept it for who they are and leave it at that, right? But like from my side, I do not like it because public forum is meant for public, what concerns everybody in general, not what concerns two people, right? So there were many that I requested also before that, like to come out on the app, and I'm willing to chat with them on the app. And that is so much easier. Like everything is in one place. Supposing you just are having an inquiry or asking something, it's all in one place. Here, what happens on one post we are writing something, and then on another post we are continuing with the same topic, but we are writing it on another post because we can't go back and find exactly where which post we wrote something, right? So we cannot follow up with that thread. So it becomes so much easier if we just move to an app, like, So yeah, so we have a lot of friends on our channel, but there are some friends who interact with us regularly. There are others that come in once in a way, right? And so that's it. Let's see. So yes, that's some of my thoughts. That's some of my thoughts. Please don't forget to click on the like button. That's just some of my thoughts which I share. I will talk a little more in detail about I will talk a little more in detail about my personal experience, with examples, my personal experience with examples. Of course, I won't be taking names, right? I won't be taking names, but I'm sure the person concerned, the people concerned, if they ever come on the channel or they watch a replay of mine, or they are on my channel right now, so whoever it is, they would know. They would know who I'm referencing to. But I would like not mention it on. So Magenda, I agree with you quality and not quantity. Now I'll give you an example. That should be for many people. I can already repeat it right here. Okay, so others will have to bear with me if I repeat something. So um, I got in touch with one person, and we were keeping in touch. And I said, like, so many people they just leave friendship, and I do not know what happens. And I wish at some time, in life, they would at least get back and let me know why the things go, or what happened, like, for the friendship as well. And I have had so many people who say, "Oh no, no, no! My friendship is real and it will last, forever. And no matter what happens in life, like I will always just be a friend to you. That's it." And I always say one thing, and I say, "Time will tell." Right? Time will tell. And like very recently, two people just stopped communicating with me. Just stopped communicating with me. I was a bit surprised. I was a bit surprised. I wondered why. I wrote many times. I called also many times, but there was no response. They did not get back to me. One of them, I do not know why, the thought just entered my head that, don't tell me this person has passed away. Okay, I don't know. It was the thought that entered my head. I hope this person hasn't passed away. Because if that person passed away, then there is no way a family or anybody would get in touch with me and let me know, right? Because many times I ask, like, I would like to, just have your family contacts, in case it's a good friendship, like, you have your family contacts. And, I would like to know where you are staying and things like that. But so if by chance they are in Philippines, and if by chance I am visiting that particular place or wherever it is, at least if I have an address, I could always go go there and find out what happened. Because I value friendship. I don't like to lose a friend. And that is one reason why I do not really have good friends. I don't have good friends. I have very few friends. So, it all depends on it all depends on things like that. Now, it takes me long to really make friends. Right? It takes me long, but I like to get onto the friendship wagon ASAP and then see like where it leads to and what happens. So even there's one person like I kept asking him many times like, come on, send me an email. Let's go and talk on email. And it never happened until one day there was something, and I asked him something on the post, and he said, "Oh, Winston, it's really awkward to talk about things like this here." So I said, "Yes, that's why I've been asking you so often. Write me an email. Let's move on to email." And so he moved on to the email, and then from the email I gave him my WhatsApp contact, and now we are on WhatsApp, and we do talk, but he's a bit busy, so with each we call. And this is like another teacher training batchmate of mine who lives in Australia, Melbourne. Sorry, Sydney. Okay, mixed up these two names. So again, from Sydney. And believe me, ever since I visited in April last year for the reunion. Ever since I visited for the reunion, faithfully he has been calling me every Sunday. Believe me, every Sunday he calls. And if by chance he hasn't called on a Sunday, he will call on a weekday. But he has called every week. And he has called whether I am in Thailand, Canada, Japan, Philippines, or Timbuktu. No matter where I am, he has always called. Of course, in other countries, I give him a time difference, right, so that he can call me. I don't call him for the simple reason that he has a time schedule for many things. But basically, my time is very flexible, right? Because I don't work, I don't have commitment. I'm only on the laptop and my YouTube and just go out for shopping or something or the other, and those kind of things. Like very recently, maybe a couple of weeks back, like apparently he called me, but I was traveling, so I did not hear the call. And when I reached the mall finally, I saw the missed call from him. Like he calls twice, and if you don't pick up, then he goes off. That's his principle. Right? So I texted him a message because usually after calling me, he's going to church or somewhere. So I just texted him. I said, "I'm so sorry, but I was traveling. I did not hear the call. I did not hear and I just come to the mall. So if you are free, you can let me know so we can chat." And then he sent a message back saying that no, yes, he got to church, so on the way to church or something like that. Anyway, so he said no, he said hi, I'll catch up with you. And he called the next day. He called the next day. So he's still working. He's still working. So it's better that they call me. That's a good friend, right? That's what you call a good friend. Okay, there are other people who have time constraints, but like I send a simple message. But okay, forget about calling, but send a message. I think it takes a few seconds or a minute just to say good morning or hi, how are you? Or, oh, it's been a long time. I'm sorry about that. Anytime. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long. So I don't buy anybody saying that I've been busy. Yeah, I say I've been busy, and but I'm sorry if it's my fault. I have not sent you a message. Yes, I acknowledge. I tell them I'm sorry. I have not sent you a message because, as I said, I could have sent, right, but then there's So many things that come your way. You decide to do something and something else comes up, and then you do it and you forget. And like the other day now, there's a friend of mine who's the other friend from Melbourne. He's passing by Thailand, so he'll be here for a very few days. So I said, okay, I can catch up with you when you come. Now, that day I said, okay, I'll message him, but then I'll try to give him a call in the evening. And then I forgot. I became involved in other work. I forgot all about it. And then when I thought of it, it was too late now to call him, right? So I sent him a message saying that, we'll talk tomorrow. But I don't know. Like, he called sometimes, but he used to call before pretty often like that. But then, I just stopped him, just like it's work. Okay, fine. But I don't buy that. I don't buy that. There is no way that, you cannot send a simple message also. Send it once a week, once a month. Don't say like so many months that you couldn't send a message. So that I don't buy. Thank you, Ia. Thank you very much, Ia. Nice to see you here. Yeah, another good friend, Magenta, another good friend. Always supporting me, always, boosting my channels and helping me to, achieve the goals in life on my YouTube channel. Yeah, very happy, very thankful for that. Now I'm waiting for Ia and Pita to come on my live stream. But they are not responding at all. I don't know. I've reached out so many times. So, uh, anyhow, when you are ready to do that, just let me know and we can go live. Now it has to be for when I'm in Canada, and I don't know how I'm going to manage my time when I'm in Canada because there's a big time difference. There's a time difference of 14 hours from Thailand, 14 hours behind Thailand. I will be 15 hours behind Philippines, 15 hours behind. So the other day I checked my schedule because my sister had asked me if I would still be in live stream from Canada. I said yes. So I decided to check that. And what did I see? 10 o'clock in the morning, Thailand time, 10 o'clock in the morning is a convenient time, so I can continue with that. But that will be about 8:30. That will be about 8:30 in the evening in Canada time. So if it's 8:30 Canada time, I have to first check with my daughter and my son-in-law what is the family time like, so that I am not disturbing them and they are not disturbing me, right? So I'll have to check with them about what's the alternative for that. Where can I go and do my live stream? So that's number one. That's number one. And the other thing is for me to see what to do for the evening live stream because 5 o'clock in the evening will mean 3:30 in the morning in Canada, and I definitely cannot get up at 3:30 in the morning to start the live stream. Maybe I could, but it would disturb the other people in the home, right? My daughter and family and kids, it will disturb them, right? So I cannot be doing that. So I'll have to check and see. I'll have to check and see about the timing for the evening. I'll have to check and see something about that. So let it be when I reach there. Then I'll work that out and then I'll put up a post in community. I'll put up a post in community. I hope you all also visit my community page. Just visit to see, if you see a notification for a post, so just visit, click on the post and visit just to accommodate my whatever is my schedule, change of schedule and things like that. And from Canada, I'm hoping, I thought out my pension quickly. My daughter said, we can do it the following weekend, Saturday, Sunday they will be closed, but Saturday they will be open, so we can get that done. So I said, yes, I can keep, all my paperwork ready, and I can go there. And then I will also look around. But I already Googled, and there is no place over there for what we call it for getting a visa to India. But I will still check when I'm there. Somebody has sent a message. These ads, these pop-up ads are definitely you close one, you close one, another one comes, and then it opens into the website also. And I've got pop-up blocker, but still, it's my Microsoft Edge, it's oh, come on, please give me a break, Microsoft. Please give me a break. Yes. Hello, Emily. How are you? My sister is there. That's good. But it's still sleeping time for her. So when she goes for a pee break, she drops in for a little while. If I'm still on, sister, and you get up, you can always come back. So, yes, today's theme is friendship. Come on, let's talk. We have many over here. Give me some views about how important is friendship to you, and some talk about friendship. So do let me know. So, for example, Agenda said like she would go with quality than quantity. So I truly agree with that. Like better to have one or two very good friends than to have 100 nothing acquaintances. Can't really define friendship as the dynamics has changed. Years ago, you could actually have a friend. Now I find it is difficult. So let's talk about that, sister. So what do you mean by dynamics have changed? And before you could have a friend, but now you cannot have a friend. So give us some views on that. Like in what way? In what way? Okay, in what way? Because because I know we have moved so much to technology, right? But still, wherever we are living, there are people around us in our life, right? So everyone has become more selfish, and what's their gain being friends with you? Okay, I also tend to agree with that. The have become selfish, and it is only okay. I can be friends with you, but it depends on what I can get from you. So true, I can identify with that, and I can agree with that as well. True, true. Become that. For me, I hardly have any friends, and the reason I don't have friends and I don't like to make friends that way is because I hate friendship breaking up. I hate friendship breaking up. I can have 100 quality friends and I can still manage to keep in touch with them, but I hate it when friendship breaks, and they suddenly leave, and they leave friendship without, even at least tell, what is the reason why you suddenly want to break up friendship. So um, that's one thing I cannot understand. So I don't like making friends because I don't like friendship breaking. So I don't mind if it breaks up, but at least if they inform me. But no one ever tells you, why they are stopping. So that becomes a problem. So I was giving an incident about myself. With passing of time, that friendship disappears. I feel you are on your own and your best friend. Uh, Sister, let's look at it this way. You have had school friends, and some of your school friends are still friends, right? They visit, you visit, maybe you'll go out together somewhere. So, that friendship has lasted maybe over 40 odd years, right? So, so yes, sometimes the friendship could get a little strained. Okay, it gets strained. But what I feel, it's like, your family is your first friend, right? So what I feel like your family is, you have to just, your family was dumped on you, right? So uh, you cannot leave them and forget them and just say to hell with them. Of course, people have done that, but it's like a norm. Okay, family is family, right? So, but, but when you're constantly living with somebody, then starts a lot of indifferences, right? When you live with somebody, then starts a lot of indifferences. It's like husband and wife, everything is hunky dory in the beginning. But then, when kids come and then family work strain is there and so much of other stress, then relationship breaks down a little, right? Breaks down a little. Some relationships will still be good, they will last, but there is always those times like you get irritated, you get on one another's nerves, you feel like taking a break away from the person, and those kind of things do happen. Very rarely, I don't know, very rarely will a marriage really, really, really work out. But even when it does work out, it's like a lot of indifferences are there. Right? And what I feel, that is what happens in a friendship. Friends become like family, and then when anything becomes like family, there will always be a lot of problems, because if somebody says something to you and they don't mean anything to you, you can adapt. To hell with that. Okay, you feel this way, take your way and walk away. But when your own family says the same thing, and they may say it in a polite way, they may say it in a very kind way, in a very nice way, but yet you get hurt, right? Yet you get hurt. So that is how I look at it, sister. That is how I look at it. With family, there is always problems because you are living with one another. You get married, you're living with your wife, you're living with your kids. You know, stress-related issues. You snarl and snap and those kind of things, and arguments are take place and whatever it is. So I feel that is what I feel happens with friendship. Friends become like family, and then when they become like family, then it leads to a lot of dissension. And like I gave you the perfect example, and I think many will agree with me on this. Like somebody says something to you, and you don't, they mean nothing to you. Sometimes you just ignore it and just walk on with your life, walk away from them, right? But if a family member says the very same thing in a polite way, you feel hurt, deeply hurt. You will feel. See, that's the difference. Because family is family, right? Family is family. Family is most important, right? But this dissension in a family always is there. That's what I know. It's always over there. So, and when your friend soon becomes like a family member, then that's when the problem starts. So that is my. So apart from yes, like I said, I agree. Like friends just walk away, and I've had many people walking away from my life, and no reason, no nothing. But it's okay. My sister says, this is my experience from the time I have retired. Mm. Yeah, but one thing, you look and see, and you look back also, look back and see, like uh, friends who you had before you retired, let's say, okay? Let's say friends you have had before you retired. Were they really very good friends with you? And now because you have retired, you have stopped being friends with you? Is that the reason? Like, it's just something to think about. Let us just give an example. I have to take a name, but it's okay. Take an example like Nirav. Okay, you knew Nirav from before. I knew Nirav from before. Has he always been good from before? He appeared to be good from before, but have he always been a good friend and always keeping in touch and things like that. No, he hasn't. So today, if he doesn't keep in touch, no love lost, right? No love lost. So that is how I look at it. Okay? That is how I look at it. Like there was a time when uh, something took place and uh, he paid for something and we had to. But I don't like that. So I did ask for details to send the money to them, but they were not forthcoming with any details. But then I had left the money with mom, and I told them whenever they happen to come in, so Nirav and another person, whenever you come in, and that person also never came. And they kept saying, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay, no problem." But for me, that's an obligation. That's a pending debt for me for them not collecting the money. So if they were my good friends, real good friends, right? I wouldn't mind it. Okay, my friends, okay, so no problem. But they are not a very good friend. They are not really my good friends. They are not really very deep friendship, right? So they hardly keep in touch. So I feel like like money is not everything. Money should never come into friendship, right? So money is not everything. So yeah, that's my thought. That's my so, so I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. They don't keep in touch now. It's okay with me. It doesn't matter to me because we have never been very good friends, right? So it doesn't matter. Zoeb was very good friends with me, and he has done a lot for me. I can never forget. But if I don't write, he doesn't write. Okay? If I don't write, he doesn't write. But it doesn't matter because I still keep in touch. Okay, I do it once in a blue moon, but I still keep in touch. And because I have to be eternally grateful, right, for what he has done. And like I said, I do not buy anybody's reason who says they are so busy that uh, they cannot send a message. I don't buy that because I make that rule for myself as well. And if I by chance got in touch with someone after months or so, I apologize and say I'm sorry. My fault that I have not kept in touch. Right. So and that's how it is. But then, if they are real good friends of yours, they are real good friends of yours, you are going to keep in touch with them on a regular basis, right? On a regular basis. If they are real good friends of yours, they will be on a regular basis. They will keep in touch with you. So, like right now, thank you, Apo, thank you, Ia. So, come on, other people, Ia, leave some comments about friendship. What do you think about friendship? How important is friendship to you? I've been speaking a lot about it on my beginning when nobody was here as well. I said something. My sister says sometimes strangers are there for you and become your temporary friends. Yes, sister, I agree. Sometimes strangers are better than friends, right? It happens that way. And then strangers become your friends. And sister, I would like you to think back. Okay, think back of strangers. They were there, they came to help you in whatever need or need of the hour. Then let's say they became friends with you. And tell me, sister, are they still friends with you? Like you still keep in touch, they keep in touch with you, you keep in touch with them. You do it pretty often, once a week, once a month, once a year. I wouldn't say as a friend, but at least once a month. They think of birthdays, Happy New Year's. They send you a message, and I don't mean like forwarding pictures. No, forwarding. I don't believe in that. Just forwarding is the easiest thing anybody can do. But to write two words or three words, Happy New Year, hi, how are you? I appreciate that much more than sending me 10 pictures. I value that much more than sending 10 pictures. So, sister, tell me, why do you think with passing of time, friendship disappears? Like, have you dropped off from being friends with somebody for some reason? Over time, like, have you dropped off from being friends with somebody, or have they like stopped being friends with you? Like from my side, I know I don't drop off friendship because of many reasons, but because I like to have friends. But sometimes I have broken up friendships because the other people have been very dishonest. Anyways, they are dishonest, then I have broken. There have been some people who are dishonest, but I still keep in touch with them for, I still feel, whatever happened, happened, but it could be nice people, basically they could be nice. I do keep in touch with them once in a while. And yeah, if they happen to message me, I will definitely message them back again. So there are very few that way I still keep in touch with them. But yes, I still have very good, I still have good friends. I still have good friends. Even in Philippines now, I can say I have good friends, and some I keep in touch with on a daily basis, and some it depends on sometimes. It depends on sometimes. So yes, I'm still in touch with many. And now that I have got more friends on YouTube channel, so definitely wherever I am visiting, I would love to meet up. Meet up as a group. People I nearby could decide on a common place. We could meet up at some common place, some place that we agree upon to meet. We could do that, and yes, we can meet as a small. Now there are so many who are in Cebu, right? So like when I said, my place is 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes walk from IT Park, Cebu. Like Manang said, oh, I'm just behind IT Park, like, I'm kind of behind there. So it's that way. Then there's so many others, like, okay, Agenda is there in Cebu. Okay, I've got another person called Dave, his wife, Filipino wife, he's somewhere there also, Cebu. So like that, there are many. When I went last time to Cebu, I told I was in Pandagi. I told a few subscribers who were with me. I said I would like to meet you. Unfortunately, they are all very young. They are like in their early 20s. They are like 20, 21, 22 successful YouTubers, and uh, they are all single. So I know they very politely said you were busy and gave all sorts of excuses under the sun. Like one of them said, "No, I do not go visiting anybody alone. Like if I decide to come, I will come with all my sisters and all that." And yet, very recently, she went out on one of her YouTubers who visited the Philippines. She went out for lunch or dinner with him, like So okay, fine, that's okay. But I kept commented, and I never said, "Oh, you didn't go with me, you went with him." No, I didn't say anything of that sort because it is each one's prerogative. What each one wants to do, like it depends on them. Somebody may not be convenient for them to go out with. They do not value that. So it's okay, like, it's okay. I respect other people's wishes. So because of that, you know, I just said, oh, it's good at least you change your policy that from not going out alone with anybody, you did go out, and I'm very happy for you that you made that decision. So I said that. Another one told me about accommodation, 5,000 peso for a nice house in a gated community, and the house is like having down and up kind of a thing also, and little garden area and also 5,000 in a gated community, and said it's in England, India. So I said, okay, just tell me where I can come. And the person gave me an address. I got a video on that of living in England, India. And the person gave me the address, and I went there, and it was totally. The person said, I'm sick, I cannot meet you. I said, it's okay, no problem. And it was a total different area, and it was very disappointing because the rent was so high for a small studio of 200 square meters. It was like 16 to 17,000 plus 1,000 for 16,000, I think, plus 1,000 for the monthly condo fees and another 2,000 for internet. So that's almost 19,000. So for a 200 square foot place, so small, so tiny it was, I said, definitely not. My pension is not a high pension, so I cannot afford that anymore. That too when I get my pension. So now it's very, very unaffordable. So I bought a distance it. Oh my God, when I was returning, I took over 2.5 hours to get back to South South Government bus terminal. More than 2.5 hours. So much of traffic. So I said, wasted trip. Be honest with me, be honest with me and say, no, I don't want to meet you. And, but, give me, you don't have to meet me. Just give me the location. I will go there and I will meet the security. I will ask the security. Are there any places available? Because we are the ones who know best, right? Then I could go and see some places, I could go and see some places. And I don't have to meet the person. If you don't want to meet, hope you don't meet. Right? Right? That's all I've done. So I did not meet anybody. Right? I did not meet anybody at that time. So it's okay. It's okay. So yes, so it's like that. So I value friendship a lot. I value, and what I hate is somebody says, yeah, 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 we meet up, and then we okay, you may be busy at that time, but you know in advance when I'm coming, I inform you in advance. So I don't like excuses. Tell me honestly, tell me frankly, like not for God, sorry, I have to bring the whole world when I come to meet you. I have to bring the whole world with me. If that is okay with you, I'll come. Anything like that, do not give excuses. I don't believe that. But I would be honest with someone, right? I would be honest with someone and say, oh, I'm sorry, listen, I cannot come. Or I have to reason why I cannot come. Oh, it's too far. Oh, it's a bit costly for me to travel all the way there. And there have been friends. There have been friends. Like I tried to visit a friend when I went to see Sita. I tried to visit a friend in Jensen, but when I went to find out, I had to change two buses and it was very far and it was inconvenient. So I did not go. I said, I'm sorry. It's very inconvenient to come. And even for the flight, first of all, I have to travel from Silicon City to CDO. Then from CDO, the flight goes all the way to Manila. Then the flight comes to Jensen. Can you believe that? That's how it is in many places in the Philippines. So, I'm not going to pay so much extra for a fare just to go all the way to Manila and then come back to Jensen. When I'm like in the area, right? In the Mindanao area, I'm in that area. But unfortunately, I had to change two buses and journey was a very long journey. So I just changed my mind. And I said, that is why I said I feel. There was another one, like, she was always like starting was okay, and always afterwards it became, I need money for this, money for that, money for that one. Then it was like, no, sorry, even if I go to Jensen, I'll never visit her. And so it's like that. Some people are cut off because they're just selfish. They just want to see what they can get. And one thing I've realized, like, when people say, I really need this money for something, I feel right, it will never come. From a Filipino, very difficult. So it will never come back. Especially when you know that they are going through poor circumstances. Like I've had many Filipinos say, oh, what you think I need your money? I don't need your money. I am earning enough for myself. I can take care of myself and I can take care of my kids and my parents and blah blah blah. My cow and my goat and sheep and hens and chicken and ducks. And I can take care of all of them. So yeah, good for you if you can take care of all of them. That's good for you. I say something about my status, I'm not saying about my status for the reason that I only give you my status. That this is who I am. This is what I am. This is what I'm capable of. If it's convenient to you, and you think like like you can manage, I don't mind. But I'm telling you honestly what I'm capable of doing. So tomorrow later on, you cannot tell me about sick cow and sick buffalo and something like that. Parents dying and all that. You cannot keep telling me that, right? So I make it very clear and very clear cut what I want in life. And it depends then whether you want to accept or not. Right? So yeah, it's but friendship I say that friendship is like I don't know, I value it a lot. I don't like to break friendship. So like I was saying, the two people have just stopped, and that one person said, "Oh no, from my side it will never. From your side it breaks. I cannot expect it, but from my side it will never break." And now, like it's almost 2 months, and she's already friendly. Means that also is a different story. She's friendly, but that fellow seems to be having many other feelings and things like that. And anyhow, she is married, and she's married and separated. So that's a no-no for me. But sometimes I get some good vibes from people, and I just like to keep in touch with them. Just keep in touch. So yeah, I do that. Like there were many like on the dating sites I joined, and like when they came on, like if they were married, I said, sorry, sorry, you're married and separated. So, but some people I like to just keep in touch with them for whatever reason. They seem to be nice people. I keep in touch. Recently, I got in touch with another YouTuber as well, and suddenly I said, "Can we talk on some other app?" And so we changed to WhatsApp. And one of the first questions that came was, "By the way, are you married?" So when somebody asked that question, of course, ER has asked even that question. Has asked even that question, "Are you married? Do you have children?" Blah blah blah. So I don't know why. I'm not saying any reason why. I'm not trying to surmise something. I'm not trying to insinuate something. I'm not trying to say something. But um, so when somebody asks me those questions, it means that means the person is now interested in a life, a future life, or those kind of things. Immediately I begin to think like of course, it's just normal, but you could ask a person like, "Oh, are you married?" But what I would do, in something like that, I would say like, "Oh, love to you and your wife, or love to you and your kids, or love to you and your family." I would say that, and I would say like, "Oh, you know, like, okay, love to you and your wife, take care." So then they would come back and say, "Oh, I don't have a wife. I'm single. I'm divorced. I'm separated. I'm, whatever it is." So if you say it in a different way, then, it doesn't show. But when someone asks me directly, "Are you married?" Immediately I said, like, "No, I'm widowed. My wife died 5 years ago. I'm single now." Uh, but it's a no-no for me for people who are married and separated because the law doesn't permit it, right? So I don't want to be in trouble with the law anywhere. So so, yeah, you visit, we meet somewhere or something, public place, have a cup of coffee, have a meal or something. That's okay. We're just friends. We can meet somewhere public. Quite okay. So, that's my that's my thing. So that I hope that answers your what you said, sister. I hope that answers. I said many things, but I started out with what your question was. So Because remember, there is always a friend you need. You know, there could be time of problem, there could be time of trouble. You don't have it. You need it, right? You may not even be able to, or you may just be able to pick up a phone, or you may be able to just call out, to somebody, and maybe somebody hoping somebody will hear you, right? But otherwise, you could pick up your phone and you could at least call somebody and say, I'm in this situation, I cannot do anything for myself. Can you look at me? So, it's always nice to have some kind of friend. They may not be a very good friend, but in the time of need, I think sometimes we just it could be something like that. They're just good people. They're good people. Like I remember, Stephen, I don't know if he will come, but we can talk about it. But we spoke about something, sometime back on my channel. And like Stephen said, like some new neighbors had moved in. And he said, like, they just keep to themselves. And, I keep to myself. I said, well, Stephen, if it was me, like, if I see them outside, I would wave out to them. I would say hello. And like, we are staying like countryside farm like not farm, but like that countryside. So big open spaces. So your neighbor is not that close to you. Your neighbor is quite a distance away. But I said like, if I see them coming out from there, wicket gate, going down the road, I would be about say good morning, afternoon, whatever is the time of the day. I would wish them, I would wave out to them and things like that. Then he said, no, listen, I did do that. I did wave out to them. When I see them coming out, I wave out to them. But they don't bother to wave back again. But he said one day the lady of the house came over to their place because she said they were expecting a package and maybe the package was delivered to them instead of, hi Alex, how are you doing, Alex? Nice to see you here, Alex. Thank you for coming. Today's theme is friendship, Alex. So, if you would like to say something, what does friendship mean to you? And give us your thoughts about friendship. So, he said, like, she came over, and it just so happened that yes, the package was delivered to them, but they did not know. So, I think they must have called the courier service, and the service must have said it was delivered and blah blah blah. And so they just came across to check. And so Steven said then he took the package and gave it to them. But yet after that also they did not bother to keep in touch. And sad, right? Sad. So, that is what you call fair weather friends. Fair weather friends. When things are good, they will want to be your friend, but otherwise it's like they do not even know who you are. Right? So, yeah, so that was, Stephen Bennett. He gave example of that friend. He gave her that trust. Because now when we were staying in a basement apartment in Canada, and then when we moved to our house, we had a problem. Our neighbor never were friends with us, our neighbor, and we shared a driveway, like our driveway and their driveway. It's like common, right? So, and separating the garage is like a bit of space like this, so maybe about a foot or 2 feet. Okay, not even 2 feet, a foot. Okay, about a foot of the brick wall separating their garage from our garage, right? So outside you can see the kind of brick wall, so about a foot long. So if I'm plowing the snow on my side, I wouldn't mind plowing the snow on his side. But of course, I was using a shovel. The shovel, is a backbreaking job. But if I had a power shovel or something, or one of those other gadgets, I would have done it. But when I used to do it, I used to do the full brickwork. So where his things start, the brickwork that start, I used to do right up to that. Right up to that, I used to do. Because I don't know if I do it on him, he will say I damaged if I damaged his trying to and all that. So I didn't want to do that. And many times we are nearby. We are coming out of our homes and we are so nearby. I'm waving to them. I say good morning or hi, hi or something. Nothing. No response. No. There were some European people, so maybe Scandinavian, Russian, I don't know. Yeah. So, but whenever I used to do my shoveling, so where the brick wall is, half of that, so say like 6 inches, which is 1 foot, and half of that 6 inches, I would do up to that. So like half the brick wall is his, half is mine. So I would do that, half. But he would never. He would only do it on his side. But before I used to do right up to his side, right up to his side. But so then I let it be. I let it be. I still do my half. What's the point of letting that little snow remain in the middle? It's not good. It will melt. It will be slippery and create more problems. And yet, to his because we had a corner unit, so we were like a semi. We had a corner unit with a lot of land. We were at the side. So we had only one neighbor, but then the neighbor to him, the person who was a neighbor to him on the other side, we were we used to say hello to each other and hi and those kind of things. And there were a couple of times I needed to borrow a tool or something. I would go across and ask him, and sometimes he would come across and to ask me something. So we were nodding acquaintance, I would say, not very good friends, not meeting each other, but we could say hi to each other whenever we met outside. So that way. So that was a good thing. So come on, Alex, tell me about friendship. What does friendship mean for you? I've said many things in my life here probably. I don't like making friends because I hate friendship breaking up. I hate breaking up. Another person, I thought the person died. I thought something came into my mind. This person has passed away or something. But then later on, suddenly one day, the person came on my life stream. And I said, "Oh my God, that's great." And now she keeps in touch sometimes. That's okay. So, that's how it is about friendship. Come on, yeah, say something about friendship. And Alex, say something about friendship, please. What does friendship mean to you? So now that person started once again. So I left it at that. Okay, whenever you feel like you can do that. I also message. I also message. And then I know, with Filipinos also there is a problem of load, right? If they are not well-to-do Filipinos, they're more on the poorer side. I know load is a big problem for them. So I understand. Oh, talking about that. Last time I asked the question, nobody gave me any answers. So tell me, there was a Pine in Naga City, Baikal region, not Cebu, Naga City, Baikal region, Luzon, Baikal, whatever is that. So never asked for anything, never asked for anything. We were talking for a couple of months. She was married with kids separated. She used to sell uh, vegetables in the market. And but one day she said, just excuse me because sometimes load, I have a problem for load, so it gets very difficult. And like today, I want to talk to you more, but my load is running off. If you can send me some load, I can keep on talking. And that's one time only she asked me. And before that, no hinting, no hinting that she needs the money or this is happening what she said a story like, okay, it was reasonable, I can understand, but they never asked for anything. So when she said that, so come on, I want you to guess. I want you to guess how much did she ask me? How much loan did she ask me for? Of course, I told her before she asked me for the loan, I told her, see, I cannot give you a loan because you're in Philippines and in Canada. It doesn't work that way. I was in Philippines, yes, I can send you loan. I was in Philippines or I had a Filipino or cell phone with me. Yes, I can transfer and send you loan. But like this, I cannot send you loan, and there's no way I can. Uh, I do not know where I would be able to go. I just pay the money so that you get the loan, right? Because if I want to send loan to somebody, I need to do one of the shops, right? And many of the sadi people, they are also doing the loan business. So, like I could go to one of them and just say I need a loan for you and your number, and then it could be sent, right? To them. But I'm not there from Canada. How do I send loan money to someone? I can send them money, then they can get loan, and send money to people, what of what they do with the money. So, tell me, come on, tell me, how much do you think the Naga City lady asked for loan? How much did she ask for? How much? Come on, guess, guess. Last time nobody guessed. So tell me about that. How much did she guess? So then I have a very interesting thing to follow up. And tell you. When I went to Iligan City, then I came to Philippines at that time because I had left a baggage before COVID. I left one of the baggages in Philippines, thinking I will try Thailand for 1 month, and if I find it's not good, then I will come back to Philippines. So one baggage I left in the hotel in Thailand, and one baggage I took with to Philippines, and I left it with the boarding house, rental accommodation. I left it with the owner, saying that I'll see how it is for 1 month, then otherwise I'll come back and get my baggage. But in 1 month, things worked out for me. So I stayed in Thailand, and then the pandemic hit, then I could go. And I told the person, I'll pay you double the money, whatever you are paying, I'll pay you double the money. But you kept it with me. Just can you send it? Can you send it to me? The person just got a. But he said, no, you come here and take it. So such a mean thing. Pandemic still going on. How can I come there and collect it? So anyhow, finally, I went to collect it. Now, I told the person when I'm coming, and the person said, if I'm not there, my son will be there. So, if you don't collect it from him, I'll inform him you're coming. And when I went there was no her, there was no son. There were some workers who were doing some scraping and painting the walls. There was such a mess all over the house. Of course, I didn't see the outside, but I saw this one particular room and the portico. The veranda. So I had to sit on a messed up plastic chair. Previous people use a chair to sit on and eat. Now I wanted to get in touch with her to find out what's the situation. How do I come here? I have to collect my package. So how to call her? So I asked them if they have a phone and I can use to call the person, and they said, yes, you can use the phone, but I don't have load. So I said, so how much load do you want? 20 peso load? I can fill up 20 peso load. He said, no, minimum you have to fill up 25 peso. I said, no problem, no problem. I gave him 25 peso. I said, okay, you can fill up. So he filled up something called somewhere. Anyhow, got the load done. And yeah, he gave me the phone. And I called her and all that. And she said, oh, I'm far away. I'm stuck in traffic, driving back, and blah, blah, blah. Wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. In the end, I was so hungry, like I waited about 3, 4 hours. Then I was so hungry, I was like, and I asked the workers if they wanted to eat food. And so I went out, I bought food over there, and then I came back. I came back and then I sat waiting. And then they went out for some work and all that. And then I waited. And then finally she came. When she came with a friend, and can you believe it? I said, "Oh, hi, how are you?" She just did like this. No, hi, just like this, just like this. Like I don't want to slap, she came back and slapped, you know. Anyhow, she did that, and then she went off. She went off to the other side into some room, and I'm still sitting on that chair. Can you imagine how many hours? About 4, 5 hours I was sitting on the chair. Was I mad? No, I was not mad. I was very mad. Not mad. I was very mad. But you have to keep yourself calm and finish up what you came for and go with good feelings. So finally, he suddenly came out and said, "Oh, why don't you come in?" Hello, you call me. You just did like this. If you do like this, if you do like this, then it means follow me or something. If you do like this means get away, go away, right? So she said, come in. I sat down. Then she told me a story. She said, "Oh, your baggage got wet and all the clothes inside. I had no time to open and see. What? All the clothes got wet inside and you had no time to open the package. You can imagine what would be the state of clothes and mildew would have set in. So at that time I was so irritated. So like I just opened the package and I just pulled out anything that was stained. They could be washed, they could be lost, right? But I was just so mad. Just threw it one side. I said, okay, you just get rid of this. But then you get to get rid of it. She said, leave it. I'll get rid of it. Okay. I just left it there. Get rid of it. And I picked up my bag and I said, okay, I'm leaving. Like before I told her, we can go for a meal. Now I wouldn't take it for a meal. And it was far. First, she was staying in Tagig City, okay? She was the owner there, owner's sister. She was staying in Tagig City. Then she moved to Cavite. She moved to Cavite. So it's a good distance to travel from Manila to Cavite. And you made me sit down for 5 hours, like almost 5 hours or whatever. And then you behave so offhandish to me. And you couldn't have taken the clothes out and just dried it, even if you're busy, just to keep the clothes out. You are doing your own laundry, right? You are drying your clothes. So how? What if you just my package was not locked? I trusted her. Anyhow, there were only clothes there, and of course, I had a file of important papers. I had a file of important papers, and there was a time when I needed it here for something, and I said, just put them into uh, just courier to. So she did take out. I sent her pictures of what I wanted because they wanted to see the original. So I kept my originals with her. Can you imagine? I felt that it's a nice person right now, but not really nice. And so go out for dinner. I said, no, I said, I have my flight tonight. I almost went back without my baggage. And you refused to send it to me, by unaccompanied baggage. We were so close to the airport. We were so close to Manila airport from Taguig. That's what I like about Taguig. So close it was. I hardly sat in the taxi and he said, okay, we have reached. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, so I said, no, I've got my flight tonight and I just about have time to go back to the airport. That's depending on the bus. So I said, if you can just come and help me to get a bus. Well, I cannot see very well in the night and I was, glaring lights, I would not see a bus number or something. And if I missed it, how would I take a taxi back? So far, I would have beat to my nose by taxi. So I said, I said, I'm sorry. Could you don't mind at least just coming with me? Yeah. Then I told her also, if you're not at home and your son is there, just let me know. I will leave some money. You think I left money? That's how I am. I can be very vindictive, but in a nice way. I'll not show my emotions. But people can read my face. So my face changes immediately, and they know. You can tell I'm upset, by the expression of my face. You can tell I am upset about something. My face, I cannot control that. I'm not a born actor to control that. And if I feel something strong, I feel it. I cannot help it. But I can be nice and polite. I can be nice and polite, but my face will show that my thoughts is something, and actions are something else. My actions are showing kindness, but my thoughts are showing wickedness. So yeah, so she came, and what luck, just about the bus went and stopped further on. So, I would never have been the bus. So I said, okay, bye, thank you so much, thank you for keeping me in order. I didn't give up. I, I said, she doesn't deserve. What's a little kindness? What's a little kindness? You cannot be kind to me, I cannot be kind to you. Right? And what clothes I kept back there were new clothes of mine. They were the new clothes because I was so determined that I'm coming back to, 'cause I've been to Thailand before, right? On one occasion. So I know what Thailand is like. So I said, like, no, I think Philippines will be better for me. But things worked out. And I started taking a lot of classes online and it worked out. So I stayed on. I was getting income. Philippines are not getting income. People already speak English. Nobody wants to learn English. So that's the problem. Okay, I've completed 1 hour. I don't think there is anyone there because nobody is interacting on my team. So thank you for those of you that have passed by. Nice of you to have dropped in. I will just leave a thank you note because I don't want to sit here idle doing nothing. Yeah, I know Ia must be listening while she's doing some other work. That's what I know about Ia. But okay, woke up, I can't even type the message. Thank you. Or you on friendship. So see you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you for your views and friendship. See you tomorrow. Okay. And we gave him the message. And so I will take off now. All right. So love you all and God bless. All right. Love you all. And